On.
Yeah, well, it's a very exciting time, really. There's an opportunity to get right to people in a way that's helpful to them and give them up-to-date information. And so it's pretty exciting kind of new media. It also brings up a lot of challenges because you've got the issue of complying with laws that aren't exactly made for this age. And you get the practical problem of, well, you got to do some other work at times. So it's sort of, you can't be Twittering all the time.
What are some of the most popular things that that some of the politicians are using?
Well, Twitter is big. Another thing that's big, I think, is figuring out how to effectively use Facebook, and then, of course, MySpace is yet another one. So I think the real trick is figuring a way to simultaneously feed information to all 3 or 4 of the big social media outlets.
It must take a lot of your time responding to all the inquiries you get and people looking you up on the internet.
Well, that's the issue. Is at one level, just sending out a tweet, I guess, in the business. If you just tweet, it's easy enough because you've got some thoughts. You're walking along, you just pull out the BlackBerry and you start sending a tweet. That's easy enough to do. The thing that's a little bit harder is to figure out how to respond to people who may be following you, and just practically how you get that done with all the other demands of the job.
We'll talk about the immediacy of the news and word spread on this thing. I mean, is that a good thing always to be able to say what's on your mind immediately and respond?
Well, that's a good point. There's an upside and downside. The upside is you get up-to-the-minute information. The downside is you maybe don't get quite enough reflection because if it's immediate, you can tweet it out. It's not maybe as thought out and reflected upon. It is very immediate. So what I'm trying to do in the tweets that I send is talk about ideas and not so much about that I just got out of the shower or that I just had lunch or just walking here or there, whatever. Those kind of things I'm not going to do much of. But what I plan to do is try to communicate thoughts and impressions from meetings. And so, good example, had an opportunity to be with the Republican conference and President Obama spoke there. And so it's a good opportunity to share some thoughts from that meeting and to give people an opportunity to be real time as though they were there in the meeting. Of course, not everybody accesses their Twitter page instantaneously, but some people, I guess, are putting this on their devices so that they get the tweets coming to their devices, and maybe in that case they really are hearing minute by minute what's going on.